On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Murray taking it right to the air. And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Giants football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Hall once more. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. Still finding room past the 45. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 41. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Offense up to the line fast. Play action now, Murray. This reeled in by Benson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Play action on 1st down. He fires one deep. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now an inside give to Benson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. Benson's got it. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. He lets a heater go brought in inside the 20. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Give up the gut to Benson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Cardinals out for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. No return on that punt. And the Giants are going to like where they start out for this drive. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. And that's a New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's complete to Wilson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals looking at 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice line there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Gets this one to Harrison. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the air, Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
They're going play action. Connects on the crosser. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Murray here on 1st down. He's got him. That's McBride. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
It's dime defense from the G-men. Third down. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Throwing it to start this drive. He fires one deep down the road, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throwing now off play action. Chased out to his right. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw now. Searches from the pocket. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
The Giants are set to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Broke through the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Cardinals football. They're set up at the 35 now. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking this spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Play action now, Murray. Able to get it to Benson. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Finds his target, Hall. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Running it after the penalty. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
It's Benson on the give. And he gets him around 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's got Harrison. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Right up the gut. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's picked out by the Giants.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so they're left facing a 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He breaks the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Taking in my Harrison. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the 40 on second down. Cut out left. No one around. He's got space. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a 9-point advantage. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A give left side for Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The give now to Benson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And this one does not go far. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Setting up the running back screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He finds Johnson. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 48. He finds Neighbors right side. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Third and a lone yard coming up. Throwing from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up. He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now a run with Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Giants using their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. This one to Harrison, and he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.